Lake Eola is one of the most popular parks in Orlando today. Each Sunday, the residents gather to enjoy the simple pleasures of their local farmers market. Many of these park-goers may be unaware that until recently, the whole area was under the perpetually stony watch of a Confederate soldier. He stood here as a monument to the lost cause of the Civil War. It was in 2017 that cities across the nation first began removing Confederate monuments from places of public view. This prompted a debate about how we should remember the past. Some people argue that we should ignore the memories evoked by a Confederate monument, and that's understandable. After all, the memories are very painful. Particularly so here in Florida, a state which, though often disassociated from the Deep South, had the highest number of lynchings per capita in all of the United States. Many of the lynchings occurred on the same terrible night, Election Night 1920, an event now known as the Ocoee Massacre. The event began when a prosperous black landowner named Moses Norman attempted to exercise his right to vote. A series of tragic events then ensued, and by the end of the night, carloads of Klansmen had descended onto the town of Ocoee, lynching dozens of black citizens and burning their neighborhoods to the ground. Local histories of racially motivated violence are always an uncomfortable subject. So uncomfortable that many would argue it's better to just leave the past in the past. But we're speaking about events so recent that living people, the direct descendants of community members, are still haunted by what happened. One local group, the Truth and Justice Project, believes that only through acknowledging past injustice can we move forward as a community and heal. When Dr. Kristen Congdon first convened the Truth and Justice Project, it was labeled the Equal Justice Initiative, or EJI, Orange County Task Force. Early on, this name helped the group to expand by providing connection to a larger and more recognizable national organization. However, as TJP continued to grow, it attracted more and more partnerships across Orlando, including the Peace and Justice Institute, the Hannibal Square Heritage Center, and the Orlando Bridge the Gap Coalition. These partnerships helped TJP reach the community through events like talks at the Peace and Justice Institute, exhibitions at the Orange County Regional History Center, and even soil collection ceremonies in honor of victims of the Ocoee Massacre. All of these outreach strategies helped TJP to lay the groundwork for future initiatives. For example, one of TJP's unique goals was to organize a grave marker ceremony in honor of July Perry, a victim of the Ocoee Massacre who died for his right to vote. But beyond this marker, the Truth and Justice Project wants to see more monuments placed throughout the city to honor heroes like Perry. Just imagine something like this proposed statue to honor Perry's sacrifice standing in the middle of Lake Eola. After all, isn't this the sort of sacrifice that we want to be honoring in our most visible public spaces? Perry died fighting for his right to vote, not to keep someone else from getting that right. By displaying the July Perry marker to the public, the community has taken a stand, demonstrating to everyone that histories of racial violence will no longer be swept under the rug, but instead will be confronted and overcome. With time, we can only hope that our community will continue to make this statement more boldly and more publicly, helping all of Orlando to grow beyond this painful past.